Welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the world of rare US dollar coins, focusing on the most valuable top 5 George Washington $1 and Sacagawea $1 coins. While most of these modern golden dollars circulate at face value, there are special versions with rare mint marks, errors, or limited mintages that have shocked collectors at auctions, fetching thousands of dollars. Whether you're a passionate numismatist or just curious about coins hiding in everyday change, this list will give you fascinating insight into their history, features, rarity, and current market value in dollars. So let's get started. First up, we're deep dive into one of the more intriguing oddities in the world of U.S. presidential dollar coins, a George Washington 1789 to 1797 dollar bearing a D mint mark in a rusted or damaged state. You might be wondering, why would a rusty or damaged coin be interesting? The answer lies in how rare minting quirks, errors, or unusual survival conditions can combine with collector fascination to generate surprising auction values. In today's video, we'll explore the history behind the coin, what makes it stand out, how rare it is, what values are seen on the open market, and tips for collectors who may one day encounter such a piece. To understand the significance of a 1789 to 1797 Washington dollar, we need to go back to the U.S. Mint's presidential dollar program. This series was authorized in 2005 to honor deceased U.S. presidents, and the first issue in the series was George Washington, whose presidential years are expressed on the coin as 1789 to 1797. The Washington dollar officially entered circulation in 2007, with the obverse featuring a portrait of George Washington and the reverse showing the Statue of Liberty motif, a design used consistently across the presidential dollar line. One notable feature of this series is that edge lettering was reintroduced. The coin's edge carries inscriptions of the mint year, mint mark, and mottos like E pluribus unum. Because of that, many collectors pay close attention to whether the edge lettering was properly struck or whether it exhibits errors, missing, weak, inverted, doubled edge lettering. So although the Washington 1789 to 1797 coin is not ancient, the niche of error and novelty coin collecting gives even flawed specimens a possible pathway to premium value. What sets a Washington 1789 to 1797 dollar apart from a standard dollar coin is largely in its edge treatment and in the mint mark location. Unlike earlier U.S. dollar coins, the date and mint mark are not on a flat face, but are inscribed on the coin's edge along with mottos. The obverse is engraved by Joseph Minna, with the year range 1789 to 1797, and the text George Washington, first president. The reverse by Don Everhart shows a refined rendition of the Statue of Liberty, along with United States of America and $1. Because edge lettering must be struck effectively, production issues sometimes led to strikes without clear or complete edge inscriptions. These are among the error varieties collectors chase. A coin with a D mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. If you combine a rare mint mark with a striking error, that combination can elevate collector interest. What makes a rusty or damaged example particularly interesting is that it may reflect a coin that survived in a harsh environment, perhaps in circulation for a time, or stored improperly, or even exposed to elements while the edge or minting quirks remain partially visible. In other words, the damage can add a story, provided key identifying features survive. Now, how rare is a Washington dollar with D mint mark and significant damage or rust? In truth, it's a very niche subset. Among standard Washington dollars, many examples survive in average circulated or uncirculated condition, and common ones fetch only nominal premiums above face. But error or anomaly varieties are far less common. When you restrict further to coins with a D mint mark and visibly distressed corroded surfaces, you shrink the pool to perhaps only a handful of documented specimens. Such coins are rarely submitted to major grading houses, since the condition would often preclude high grades, but that very fact can make them fascinating to advanced collectors who prize uniqueness over perfection. Because the presidential dollar series is relatively modern, collector interest often focuses on errors, proof versions, or first day of issue coins, so a damaged coin ordinarily wouldn't command huge premiums. But when a rusty example preserves critical identifiers, mint mark, partial edge inscriptions, recognizable portraits, and shows a striking or die irregularity, it becomes more than scrap. It becomes a conversation piece. That curiosity factor drives demand in specialist circles, especially among error coin collectors. In auction settings, competition can escalate when multiple bidders believe they're acquiring a one-of-few specimen. What does the market say? It's helpful to look at comparable Washington dollar listings and documented sales. For typical 2007 Washington presidential dollars in circulated state, values often remain modest unless error or rarity is involved. That said, certain listings claim high prices for rare or error specimens, though not all are verified. For instance, one $1 mint mark DE listing appears at US $1,800. eBay another listing of 1789 to 1797 President George Washington coin shows US $1,800 for a specimen with unspecified condition. eBay on eBay, some Washington dollars with edge lettering error or rare mint mark fetch several $100s. However, expert appraisals caution that many overblown listings are speculative. One appraisal suggests that most typical circulated Washington dollars without major errors are worth $1,500 in today's market. Just answer for highly exotic or error examples. Some collectors report that values for damaged pieces with a legitimate error or rarity could climb into the low hundreds to low thousands, depending on condition, error severity, provenance, and collector interest. A rusted Washington dollar with D-mint mark and clear identifying anomalies might sell in the hundreds or even low thousands of dollars, if buyers believe in its uniqueness. But assured, high-end auction performance $5,000 or more would require exceptional circumstances, provenance, documentation, and competitive bidding. If you're a collector hoping to find or evaluate such a coin, here are some tips. Even in a damaged or corroded coin, look for faint traces of date, mint mark, and mottos on the rim. This is where the mint mark D would appear and where error or omission anomalies might be seen. High-resolution photographs from multiple angles, including extreme close-ups of the edge, are essential for appeal. Potential buyers or grading houses want to see detail despite the damage. If the coin has partial or missing edge lettering, double letters, or misalignment, that can increase value. Even in damaged condition, such features may be the key to distinguishing a collectible oddity. Because a rusty or abused coin is more likely to provoke questions about tampering or post-mint damage, having a grading or authentication by a well-respected service strengthens credibility. In the world of numismatics, few things captivate collectors like a coin that defies expectations, especially one that survives in rough shape, yet still whispers a story through its faint inscriptions. A George Washington 1789 to 1797 dollar with a D mint mark, even in rusted and damaged condition, has the potential to draw interest beyond its face value, so long as enough of its identifying features remain intact and its provenance or error signature lets it stand out. While most standard examples trade in the single dollar range, well-documented rare or error pieces can break into the hundreds or low thousands of dollars at auction under the right circumstances. For the adventurous collector, discovering or owning such a coin is less about chasing perfection than about finding a piece of American numismatic intrigue. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of US dollar coins, focusing on one particular piece that has been gaining attention among collectors and investors. The Sacagawea $1 coin from 2010, minted with the Philadelphia P mint mark. While at first glance this golden-colored dollar may seem like just another modern coin, its rarity in certain conditions and its place in American coinage history make it an attractive collectible. We'll explore the story behind this coin, its special features, the reasons for its collector demand, its auction market value in dollars, and tips to help you if you're looking to add one of these pieces to your collection. The Sacagawea $1 coin was first introduced in the year 2000 as part of an effort to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar. The U.S. Mint wanted a coin that was visually distinct, carried cultural importance, and had a design that celebrated American heritage. The obverse of the coin features Sacagawea, the young Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark during their famous expedition, carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste on her back. Sculptor Glenna Goodacker designed this powerful image, which quickly became iconic. By 2010, The coin had already gone through a decade of circulation and had also been part of the Native American $1 coin program, where the reverse design changed annually to honor Native American contributions to U.S. history. The Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark, produced millions of these coins, but only a fraction survive in higher grades such as very fine or above, making them desirable to those who value condition rarity. The 2010 Sacagawea dollar stands out for several reasons. On the obverse, we see Sacagawea with her child in stunning detail, while the reverse design for that year depicts the Great Tree of Peace, symbolizing the creation of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, also known as the Iroquois Confederacy. This imagery represents unity and strength, adding historical depth to the coin. Another notable feature is the edge lettering, which includes the date, mint mark, and the mottos E Pluribus Unum and In God We Trust. These details not only make the coin visually unique, but also historically significant, tying together American heritage and artistry in one piece. Another unique feature is the coin's manganese brass-clad composition, giving it the distinctive golden color that sets it apart from other circulating U.S. coins. The edge also includes lettering inscriptions, a modern feature not present in many earlier U.S. coins, which enhances its collectible appeal. Although millions were minted, finding a 2010 Sacagawea dollar with a P Mint mark in very fine condition or better is not always easy. Most of these coins were released into circulation, where they picked up scratches, wear, and dull surfaces. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins that remain sharp, well struck, and with minimal damage. What makes this coin appealing is not just its design, but its role in a growing niche of modern U.S. dollar collectors. Many collectors are working to complete full sets of Sacagawea and Native American dollars, and the 2010 issue is an essential part of that journey. Demand is especially high among those who want pristine examples or coins graded by professional services, making higher-grade specimens more valuable. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value. A 2010 Sacagawea $1 coin with the P Mint mark in very fine condition typically sells for a few dollars over face value, often ranging between $800 in the open market. However, when the condition improves, especially in uncirculated or certified grades, the prices can climb higher. Auction results show that coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services can fetch $7,500, depending on demand and buyer interest. In rare cases, where a coin displays exceptional luster, sharp details, or even an unusual error such as a double die or misstrike, the value can jump significantly higher, sometimes into the hundreds of dollars at auction. If you're looking to collect the 2010 Sacagawea dollar, start by paying attention to condition. Coins in very fine condition are worth more than circulated, worn pieces, but the real jump in value comes with uncirculated and professionally graded examples. Consider submitting coins to grading services like NGC or PCGS if you believe you have a particularly strong specimen. Also, keep an eye out for mint errors or unusual varieties. Some coins from the Sacagawea series have shown striking anomalies, and these are highly sought after by specialists. Finally, store your coin properly in a protective holder to maintain its condition and future value. The 2010 Sacagawea $1 coin with the Philadelphia P Mint mark is more than just a piece of pocket change. It is a coin that carries history, artistry, and collector appeal. While its face value is only $1, its worth in very fine condition or better is often several times higher, with some examples achieving impressive prices at auction. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a new collector, adding one of these coins to your collection offers both cultural significance and potential long-term value. So, if you come across a 2010 Sacagawea dollar, especially with the P Mint mark, don't overlook it. It could be more valuable than you think. Next up, we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and uncover their hidden value in today's market. We'll take a closer look at the Sacagawea $1 coin minted in the year 2001 with the Philadelphia P Mint mark. While at first glance it may seem like just another modern dollar coin, collectors have discovered that certain examples, especially those in excellent or extra fine condition, can command surprising prices at auctions. If you're a coin enthusiast, or even just someone who has a few old coins lying around, this is one you'll definitely want to learn about. The Sacagawea $1 coin was first introduced in 2000 to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar. The U.S. Mint wanted a new design that was both culturally significant and visually distinctive. The obverse features Sacagawea, the young Shoshone woman who played a vital role as a guide and interpreter in the Lewis and Clark expedition of 1804 to 1806. Holding her infant son Jean-Baptiste on her back, her image symbolizes courage, guidance, and the important contributions of Native American heritage to U.S. history. The 2001 edition, minted at both Philadelphia and Denver, was the second year of production for this series. While millions were struck, the Philadelphia Mint coins remain especially interesting to collectors because of their availability in circulation and the way condition plays a massive role in determining their value today. The Sacagawea dollar is instantly recognizable due to its golden appearance, though it is not actually made of gold. Instead, the coin is composed of a core of pure copper, layered with a manganese brass alloy that gives it the golden color. On the obverse is the portrait of Sacagawea by artist Glenna Goodacker, while the reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., features a soaring American bald eagle surrounded by 17 stars, representing the 17 states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The P mint mark is placed just below the date on the obverse, showing it was minted at the Philadelphia facility. Coins from this mint are often studied closely because of die variations and strike quality, both of which can greatly influence a coin's desirability among collectors. Now, you might wonder, with millions of 2001 P Sacagawea dollars produced, how can they be considered rare? The key lies in condition and special varieties. While most of these coins circulated heavily, finding one in extra fine or uncirculated condition is not easy. Circulated examples tend to lose their luster quickly, as the golden-colored alloy wears down faster than silver or nickel-plated coins. In addition, there are some known die varieties, such as double dies and striking errors, which make certain 2001 P coins far more valuable than their face value. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins that retain sharp details, full mint luster, and minimal contact marks. This scarcity of well-preserved examples drives demand in the auction market. In today's collector market, a standard 2001 P Sacagawea dollar in circulated condition may only be worth its face value or slightly above. However, when the coin is preserved in extra fine condition, values start to climb. Extra fine examples typically range from $2,500 depending on eye appeal, while uncirculated or mint state coins graded by professional grading services can bring much more. At auction, high-grade mint state versions of the 2001 P Sacagawea have been known to fetch hundreds of dollars, especially those with unique varieties or error features. In certain cases, rare die varieties have even crossed the $11,000 mark, making them highly prized by serious numismatists. This makes it important for coin owners to examine their pieces closely or have them evaluated by a trusted grading service. For those interested in collecting Sacagawea dollars, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, always check for the P mint mark and pay close attention to the condition. Coins that appear bright, well-detailed, and with minimal surface wear are the most desirable. Using gloves and proper storage, such as coin flips or holders, will help maintain the coin's condition over time. Second, consider having potentially valuable coins graded by services such as PCGS or NGC. A certified grade provides confidence to both buyers and sellers, often resulting in higher auction prices. Finally, keep an eye on auction results and coin dealer listings, as values can fluctuate depending on collector demand and market trends. The Sacagawea $1 coin of 2001 with the Philadelphia P mint mark might look like just another modern US dollar, but for collectors, it represents a piece of history, artistry, and hidden value. In extra fine condition, these coins are far from ordinary pocket change, and certain rare varieties can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your journey, always remember that a simple coin can sometimes turn out to be a hidden treasure. Next up, we'll take a closer look at the Sacagawea $1 coin from the year 2000 with the Philadelphia mint mark, also known as the P mint mark. This golden dollar has become a fascinating piece for collectors, especially when found in very fine condition. While millions were minted, not every coin has survived the test of time in collectible quality. Today, we'll talk about the history, unique features, rarity, collector demand, current market values in dollars, and even give some tips for collectors who want to own or invest in this iconic coin. The Sacagawea dollar was first introduced in the year 2000 to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. Designed to be more visually appealing and distinct from quarters, the Sacagawea dollar was made with a golden-colored appearance that set it apart. The coin honors Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who played a vital role as a guide and interpreter during the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s. Her presence on the coin symbolizes courage, exploration, and the important role of Native American contributions to American history. The Philadelphia Mint was one of the key facilities that struck these coins, and the 2000 P. Sacagawea remains one of the most recognized issues of the series. The 2000 P. Sacagawea dollar has several unique features that make it stand out. The obverse, designed by Glenna Goodacker, depicts Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. It is a warm and humanizing portrayal, unlike many traditional coin designs. On the reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers, we see a soaring bald eagle surrounded by 17 stars, representing the states of the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin is struck in a manganese brass alloy, which gives it its golden appearance, though it contains no actual gold. The P Mint mark, placed beneath the date, identifies it as a product of the Philadelphia Mint. When preserved in very fine condition, these details remain sharp and easily recognizable, which increases the coin's desirability. Although the Sacagawea dollar was produced in large numbers in 2000, not all of them remain in collectible condition. Circulated examples often show heavy wear, scratches, and discoloration, making very fine condition coins increasingly difficult to find. Certain varieties and errors from this year, such as the famous Cheerios dollar and transitional strikes, are highly sought after and can command very high premiums. Even the standard 2000 P in very fine condition has seen growing collector interest because of the historical significance of being the first year of issue. With many coins either worn down or tucked away in collections, high-quality examples are common as they once were. This limited supply and the historical appeal of the coin creates steady demand among collectors. When it comes to value, the 2000 P. Sacagawea dollar in very fine condition typically sells for a few dollars above its face value in the collector's market. On average, a circulated but well-preserved coin can fetch around $3,000, depending on eye appeal and condition. However, if the coin exhibits sharp details and strong luster, the value can be even higher. Rare error varieties and special releases from this year have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. For instance, the 2000 Cheerios dollar, with enhanced eagle tail feathers, has fetched prices well over $5,000 to $10,000 at major auctions. While the standard very fine 2000 P may not reach such extreme prices, it remains a valuable collector's item and continues to appreciate with time. If you're interested in collecting the 2000 P. Sacagawea dollar, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always pay attention to the condition. Very fine or better will hold more value over time. Look closely for varieties and errors, as these can dramatically increase the coin's worth. Keeping your coin properly stored in protective holders can preserve its appearance and prevent tarnishing or scratches. It's also smart to purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure authenticity. Joining coin shows, collector groups, and online forums can help you stay updated on the latest market trends and connect with other enthusiasts. The Sacagawea $1 coin of 2000 with the Philadelphia Mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It's a tribute to American history and a symbol of exploration and resilience. While millions were produced, finding examples in very fine condition makes this coin a valuable addition to any collection. Its unique design, rich background, and strong collector demand ensure that it will always hold a special place in numismatics. Whether you're just starting out or already an experienced collector, this coin is a reminder that even modern issues can hold significant historical and financial value. Next up, we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. We are focusing on the Sacagawea $1 coin from the year 2000, specifically the Philadelphia Mint Mark version. Even in dirty or circulated condition, some of these coins hold surprising value at auction. Collectors all over the world are fascinated by the story behind this coin, its unique design, and the way certain rare varieties have gone on to fetch big money in the marketplace. So, let's take a closer look at why this particular coin has captured so much attention. The Sacagawea dollar was first released in the year 2000 as part of an effort by the United States Mint to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. This coin honors Sacagawea, the young Shoshone Native American woman who played a key role as a guide and interpreter during the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P mark, struck millions of these coins in 2000. While the coin was initially intended for circulation, its popularity as a collector's piece quickly grew. Over time, the Sacagawea dollar has come to symbolize not only American history, but also the artistry of U.S. coinage at the turn of the millennium. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar is striking in both design and composition. On the obverse, it features a beautiful portrait of Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, created by artist Glenna Goodacker. On the reverse, the coin displays an eagle in flight surrounded by 17 stars, representing the states of the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The coin itself is composed of a copper core clad in manganese brass, which gives it a golden color though it is not made of real gold. What makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is the P mint mark located just below the date, signifying its production in Philadelphia. Over the years, certain varieties, including striking errors and unusual toning, have made some of these coins highly desirable. While millions of Sacagawea dollars were minted in 2000, not all of them are equal in value. Coins with errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet errors, are considered extremely rare and can bring in significant sums at auction. Even in dirty or well-circulated condition, coins with these unusual characteristics are often snapped up by eager collectors. The Philadelphia Mint versions, marked with the P, tend to be closely studied by collectors because of certain die varieties and experimental pieces that surfaced in the early runs. The fascination with this coin lies not only in its history, but also in its potential to turn an otherwise ordinary-looking dollar into a valuable treasure. Now let's talk about the real highlight: what these coins are actually worth in today's auction market. A standard 2000 P Sacagawea dollar in dirty or circulated condition typically trades for around $5,000, which is close to its face value. However, the story changes dramatically if the coin is an error or special variety. Some 2000 P Sacagawea dollars, especially those with the famous Cheerios reverse variety or striking errors, have sold for hundreds to even thousands of dollars. For example, a rare 2000 P Sacagawea Cheerios dollar, which was part of a promotional giveaway, has been known to sell for over $7,000 to $10,000 depending on condition. This shows that while the average dirty coin may not hold much premium, the rare versions can command extraordinary value in the collector market. If you're interested in collecting Sacagawea dollars, the key is to pay attention to details. First, always check for the P mint mark and inspect the reverse carefully for any signs of unique die varieties or doubling. Second, don't dismiss dirty or circulated coins too quickly. Sometimes the rarest treasures are hiding beneath the surface. Cleaning coins is not recommended, as it can damage their value, so it's best to keep them in their found condition. Also, stay up to date with auction records and coin collecting forums, as these communities often highlight newly discovered varieties and error coins. The Sacagawea dollar remains an exciting series for both beginner and seasoned collectors alike. The 2000 Sacagawea $1 with the P mint mark is a coin rich in history, artistry, and collector intrigue. While the average dirty or circulated example may not fetch more than a few dollars, the rare error versions and special varieties have proven to be worth thousands in today's auction market. It's a perfect reminder of how even ordinary-looking coins can carry extraordinary value. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, the Sacagawea dollar offers a fascinating glimpse into modern U.S. coinage and the thrill of discovering hidden treasures. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future videos on rare and error coins. Rain your luck and happy collecting!